Today we're going to cover the quick pricing conditions that you have the ability to use. Now, these quick pricing conditions, even though the video is going to show drywall, these are available to you in every trade. Ultimately, you can pull these quick pricing conditions in from the database. In the search bar, just type in quick, and then it'll be a quick, easy find for you to find those conditions. Now, ultimately, these conditions, when we open the properties, they're going to look very similar to a generic condition, and that's because they are. The difference is behind the scenes, we've actually added in a material and a labor item that gets calculated and quantified based off of the description that you have in your condition. So for example, keeping with the theme of drywall, if we call this a just drywall ceiling, and we go take off some area, you'll notice that we'll have a material and a labor line that are both called drywall ceiling. In this case, if we were to work with lineal footage, we'll just call this one drywall partition, and we'll say save. Or okay. And for count, if we wanted to, let's just say that this is going to be a drywall column. Now again, the main reason I'm going in and making these modifications is so that way as we go through here, you'll actually see the material and the labor items change once we quantify these tools. So ultimately, you've gone in and you've changed the description on those quick pricing conditions. So now it's time to access the takeoff screen. So bear with me as my takeoff screen refreshes here. Ultimately, we want to go in and we want to draw a little bit of ceiling. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to set my scale. We'll do the calculate. We'll zoom in. We have 98 here. So we'll use that 98-foot measurement. And we'll go over to here. We'll say okay. Very close to my scale, so in this case I'm going to go ahead and just do a manual change. We'll do 8.00 feet and we'll say okay. So now I've got my scale set, and so ultimately I want to start giving myself some quantity takeoff with the area. Well, in this case, because we're going to be working with the area, I'm just going to use the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to go draw a couple shapes in here for us very quickly. I'm not going to do everything. I'm just going to do a couple different rooms here just to show you that this is how we're going to get the quantification. For the walls, again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go in and draw some walls here. And in this case, I'm using a continuous line, so it's making it very easy for me. And if I wanted to, I'm going to go up here and I can change the color to make this line stand out a little bit more. Next, we have our count. So here I'll just drop a count. We'll say there's a column right in the middle of that room. And now, if we go back to our bid grid, you'll notice that each one of these has some quantity. Well, if we were to mark these conditions and look at them specifically, when we go out to our pricing screen, you'll notice that here's our drywall ceiling material, giving us a square footage calculation. Here's our drywall count material, which is the column, giving us a count quantification for pricing, and then you have your drywall partition material, which is coming in as lineal footage. Now ultimately, yes, we could have used a square footage calculation to build this, and in the drywall trade you actually have a lineal foot to square foot quick pricing option, so you could have used that as well to help you calculate your walls. Now again, I did say that this was pertaining to material and labor, so here you can see the material and how you can price that information out. If you click on the clock to take you to your labor screen, ultimately you'll see the labor for each one of those conditions as well. Now, this is a very handy tool for if you're just trying to get budgetary numbers, or if you're just trying to create a one-off condition that you need to apply pricing in either a square foot, lineal foot, or each methodology. If you have any additional questions as it pertains to the quick pricing conditions, please feel free to give us a call on our tech line and we'd be happy to assist you in any way we can. Thank you very much for watching and have a great rest of your day.